How many times have you said, I just don't have enough time? I don't have enough time to go to the gym. I got so much going on. I got my business, I got my family. Maybe I'll do it later. Maybe I get to it tomorrow. I'm just not finding the time. You probably said that yesterday, right? This is something I struggle with. I recently had some deep clarity on this. And so maybe help you out. So I want to talk to you today in this video, kind of share this mindset shift that I think will help you if you've ever used time as an excuse as to why you couldn't do something, why you couldn't do the thing that you want to do, the thing you need to do for yourself. Everything else comes first, and we tend to put ourselves last, our own health and fitness, our own happiness, our hobbies. And so if you've ever used time as an excuse, I want to kind of empower you in this video message today. And this really came up for me because recently I've been trying to run a marathon or training for a half marathon. Baby steps, right? If you know me, running is not my thing. And I'm more of a sprinter. I'm kind of built like a bowling ball. But I'm taking on this challenge with my mastermind group of running a half marathon. I've got this running plan. Every day I'm supposed to go out and run a certain amount of miles to kind of gradually work my way up to the half marathon that's coming up in a few months. Every day I've got this agenda that, all right, I'm going to go out and run 3 miles. I'm going to run 4 miles. And it seemed like every day an excuse would come up. As an entrepreneur or a business owner, you've got a lot that you're dealing with. You've got to put out content. You got to do marketing. You got to prospect for new clients. You've got operations. You got email and admin. You've got paperwork. And so every day the barrage of stuff would get in the way. And then I've got a family on top of that. I got a beautiful 2-year-old son and a beautiful wife, and we've got another daughter on the way. All this stuff is on my plate, and I would try to schedule my run for later in the day, and I would say, you know what, I'll do it after work. And by the time I get home, I'm so exhausted. The last thing I want to do is go out for a run. So then I would say, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow will come. And then, I'll get to it by the end of the day. And then I've got to spend time with family. Okay, now it's dinner time. I got to be with family. Okay, now I'll do it tomorrow. And I kept using this, I'll do it tomorrow. And it kept getting pushed off. And I found that I started resenting all the things that I was blaming that was getting in the way. Now, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, where all of the excuses that I was making, whether it was, I had all this work on my plate, or I had a family, I had to go take my son to the park, all the excuses that I was having as to why I couldn't go for a run, I started to resent all those things. Like I was blaming them. It's their fault. It's my wife's fault. I can't go for a run. I got to meet with a client. I can't go for a run because I'm working late. And I started to resent all the things that I was blaming. That's not healthy, because now I'm kind of looking at my family and looking at my work and things that I'm supposed to be passionate about. Now I've got this tension towards them. That's just this destructive loop. And so finally, I have a mentor, and my mentor has run half marathons, and he's a really, really rich, well-off dude, really successful in his business, and he's got 3 kids, and he's gone off and he's run several half marathons. And I reached out to him. I was like, how are you able to balance all this? How are you going out running every day with crazy hectic business and family and everything? Like, how do you find the time? And he said something so powerful to me. He said, Jarvis, you'll never find time. You make time. And that just stuck with me. And it's like, here we are trying to find time to do things, like we're just walking down the street and magically we're going to find 30 minutes laying around. Like, oh, there's an extra 30 minutes. Maybe I'll use that to go for my run. Everything that's going on, your day will always be a barrage of chaos and things and responsibilities and stuff that you got to pay attention to. If you just let the day take over, like the day will fill up all the gaps of your space. Like you have to intentionally make time to do the things that are important to you. As he said that, I turned that question back onto myself. I said, okay, Jarvis, what would it look like if I made time every day to go for a run? And in my case, the only way I can make time was I had to wake up at 4 a.m. because by 5 a.m., my day really gets started. That's when I start with my mastermind groups, and that's when I start with coaching clients, and I start pouring into people, and then I go and pour into my family. So by 5 a.m., once my day gets started, I'm pretty much on go mode all day long. And the only way I could make time to do this thing that I need to do was to wake up at 4 a.m. And since then, I've been so consistent and dialed in that I'm caught back up on my training regimen. And this is the easiest I've felt running in a long time. Again, I'm not a runner, but now I'm like getting into it because every day I make time. I don't find time, I make time. And that's actually why I started my morning mastermind group. We have this 5 a.m. mastermind where we hop on a quick Zoom call every morning, and it's to help people get up early so that they can make time to do the things that they need to do. They make time to be organize their day, to get their fitness in, to plan out how they're going to be effective in their business, to crush their most critical actions for the day. It's a way to train them and help them get accustomed to this concept of getting up really early to make time for the things that are important. And that way, nothing falls through the cracks. They're super productive. They can grow their business massively while still having time for their family, while still pouring into their own self-interest, like their fitness or their hobbies and things like that. And so this morning mastermind is an amazing way to help you get accustomed to waking up early so you can make time to do the things you need to do. And if you're interested, there should be links below. Right now, I'm offering people who qualify to join and try it for 14 days. That's 2 weeks to try it, completely risk-free, no money, no obligation, just to try our morning mastermind to see if it's something that will help them be super productive, super dialed in so they can get more stuff done and have more time to do everything they need to do. I'm tired of people living this life of or, where it's either this or that. Either I can go for a run or I have to go do work. Either I spend some time in my business or I spend time with family. This life of or, it's like I can't do both. Yes, you can. Don't stop living a life of or. You can live a life of and. You can do this and that. You can have a successful business and be great in your fitness and be great in your family life and still have time for your self-interest and your hobbies. You can live a life of and by recognizing that you don't have to find time. You make time for all those things. And our morning mastermind, again, there's an application below if this is something that's interesting to you, is a great way for you to start living a life of and get out of this or mindset where you have to sacrifice and do this or that. No, you can have it all if you just start your day right. So again, there should be some links below where you can learn a little bit more about this morning mastermind. And again, right now there's a 14-day trial for you to try it completely risk-free, money-free, just to see if this is going to make you twice as productive. And that way you can start having more time to doing everything you need to do to be successful in your business, your fitness, and your personal life. All right. I look forward to seeing you in our interview for the morning mastermind. Go ahead and right now click below. I'll see you guys.